What's going on, everybody? Mahai back at it with another video. We've got another Super Yeti attack strategy for you today. This one is going to be pairing Super Yetis with a Royal Champion charge. And this is way more powerful than just the Super Yeti spam that I posted earlier with the quad clone blimp and just the Super Yetis. This one is way better in my opinion. So I'm going to be bringing some healers with some Super Yetis, wall breakers, just to kind of use it like a smash attack after we use the Royal Champion. I'm going to be bringing a jump spell and a recall spell with a rage spell. If you want to, you could potentially drop the rage spell for 2 more invises, but I think this is by far the most efficient spell usage you can have. So I'm going to be running Earthquake Boots Spiky Ball on the king. I'm going to be running the action figure with the healer puppet on the queen. Then I'm going to be running the Eternal Tome, Healing Tome on the warden. You could also use Rage Gem instead of Healing Tome if you want. Then we're using the Hog Puppet and Electro Boots on the Royal Champion. So I'm going to start off with a friendly challenge replay first, and then we'll get into some Legend League attacks. So let's go hop into that. Alright, so all you're going to do is just use the Royal Champion to set a funnel just like you would with a Root Rider attack. My setup is basically the exact same as I would set it up for Root Rider attack. So I'm going to be using the 7 and 3 Spirit Fox timing. So I'm going to be dropping the invises on 7 and 3s. So at 57, then 53, then 47, then 43. And that way I can keep the Fox alive while still getting really good value. Because it's nice to have the Fox for the later stages of the attack, just to keep your Royal Champion alive into the backside of the base. It just gets so much more value that way, so that's what I like to do. Obviously, you don't have to do it that way, but that is my recommendation. For me, it's just way more powerful, so that's what I would recommend. So we're going to try to get out this Inferno Tower here, and then that's about all we need. I'm not going to be too greedy. We're going to let that Inferno Tower drop. We'll get that Multi-Archer Tower and the Poison Tower, and then we're going to recall out. We've got a nice funnel set now. Perfect pathing. So this time I actually had the Giant Arrow on the Queen, but I did end up switching that. I ended up switching it to the Healer Puppet. So we used the Queen, and then the Siege Barracks, and the Ice Golem to funnel out one side. You can wall break them in if you need to. On this base, I obviously didn't need to. So I wall break the first couple layers of the walls as deep as you possibly can with your wall breakers, and then you'll use a jump spell into the core or wherever you need to. It's really base dependent. So we're going to pop a Warden ability, and I like to rage near the jump spell, so that way everything using the jump spell will rage no matter which direction they go out of the jump. So you see we have a nice pack in here with the King, Giant. We have all of our Super Yetis. Unfortunately, we don't get anything to target the Town Hall, but it's not going to matter. Our Queen should beat through this wall and take out the Town Hall, no problem. Our Electromites take out the Fire Spitter. We got our Royal Champion putting in work up here at the top. She's still got her Hog Puppet as well. I could probably honestly swag that at this point if I wanted to. Queen's are going to take out the Town Hall here, but she is getting targeted by the Monolith, so she doesn't quite get it. But it's not going to matter. All of our Super Yetis are still full health. We still have a bunch of healers alive because our Sneezy is pulling traps to help protect our healers. So the King and the Giant are going to go down. My King's going to go to Phoenix and should be able to take out that Ricochet Cannon, which is clutch. Royal Champion targeting the Town Hall. All of our Super Yetis up here at the top. I'm going to take all that stuff out. We're just going to 2x through this at this point. Royal Champion gets the Ricochet Cannon. Her ability finally goes off, and that's going to take out the Monolith and the rest of the defenses on the base, which was really nice. We still had a bunch of Super Yetis alive, but of course they went back and just cleaned up trash instead of going into the defenses. That would have been a lot more helpful. That base, plenty overkilled, so I'm going to go hop into some Legend League attacks now and show you it works very well in Legend League. Alright, so into our first attack here. We're just going to, again, send a Royal Champion in from a certain side just to set the funnel. I like sending her on a corner, personally. So we're going to send her in up here, let her get value over here, and then we should be able to send the rest of the army in here. I can wall break in and get access to that Monolith right away, which is really nice. So we're going to let a Royal Champion go in here, take out this whole compartment. That's the reason I went in from up here. I can break the ring of defenses easily. We'll set a really good funnel for our troops. And we're going to get the Inferno Tower down. We're going to get the Expo down. It'd be nice if I could trigger that Poison Tower over there, but it depends which way she paths. She does go down there, so it should trigger. She should be able to take it out. And we're definitely not going to be able to get the Town Hall, obviously. I'm just going to do some damage to it, and then I'll recall out. Just get as much damage as I possibly can. It probably will get repaired by builders anyway, but it doesn't hurt to take the damage. Because, again, this is a fast attack, so you really don't have to worry about time. So we're going to wall break in here. Then we're going to drop our Ice Golem, Siege Barracks, Queen, pop her ability instantly because you want to get them healers in, and your Giant. Help set that funnel really fast. Super Yetis in, Test Balloons in, all the healers in. We couldn't get through that second layer of walls with the wall break because we had to use the one to get into the Monolith. So we're going to actually use our jump spell right here on this section, which will work perfectly fine. Gives us access all the way into the Town Hall compartment in the core. Then we should be able to use our king ability on the back side of the base to open up those walls. We got Electromites and the Giant doing damage through the walls. Really clutch. We're going to hit a Warden ability now as we approach into the double fire spitters and take out the TownHall. Enemy minion prince gets wrecked. Our queen rather is still putting in work down here at the bottom because the Giant stays alive for so long. We use our king ability to open up this section of the base, and now we should only have one more wall to beat through, and we should pretty much have access to everything on the back side of the base. But our royal champion still has her ability intact as well. Look how many troops we have surging through the back side of the base. We have the Valkyries from the siege barracks now, keeping all the trash trimmed on the outside to keep all of our super yetis and heroes on the inside of the base. We should be able to beat through the wall here, no problem. We have so many super yetis and the king. Royal champion takes out the single inferno, and the fox finally goes down, but we got so much value out of it, it's not even funny. I mean, look at this. We're still going to have a royal champion ability as well. Hopefully we don't have to pop it before we path over this gigabomb, and we don't. The Sneezy actually triggers it, which is insanely valuable, so we don't lose any big troops to that. Unfortunately, all of our hogs do die to a bomb tower, but there's nothing left to stop us at this point. There's a ricochet cannon and a couple Teslas, and that's it. Look how many super yetis we have alive. Queen full health, royal champion still over half health with healers. King goes to Phoenix. We still have a super yeti up here as well. Again, this is crushed, so we're just going to 2x through this cleanup. Our royal champion should be able to hop over the wall, take out the storage, no problem. And again, another overkilled base. So I'm going to hop into another Legend League attack. All right, into another attack. This isn't the highest level base, but we got to attack what's in front of us. Can't pick and choose in Legend League. Whatever you get matched up against, that's what you got to attack. So we just got to do our job and make sure we take this out. Should be a lot simpler than the last one. We're just going to charge in from the top corner again. Get rid of that multi-archer tower. Again, dropping the invises on 7s and 3s on the clock at the top. We're going to path into the multi-gear cannon. Unfortunately, our fox is taking a lot of damage here, so it could be a little bit sketchy, especially with us pathing into this poison tower now. I want to get that fire spitter and that inferno if we can. That would be really nice value. It would set a really good funnel for our main army. I think we should be fine being able to keep our fox alive. It is just going to be low health going into the main phase of the attack. Not going to get greedy here. Take out the inferno and we'll recall out. We got the nice funnel set. We're going to drop the ice golem, the queen, and the siege barracks over there to set the funnel. Then we'll drop all of our super yetis and test balloons and healers in the middle with our warden and our king. Make sure you're wall breaking in early before your troops start to wander. We get that first wall broken, which is really nice. And I should have one more wall breaker in store here. I actually used the wall breaker down here to break in these pekkas. I think it was worth it to just break off that funnel a little deeper. And we do have this wall open up here, so we can actually use the jump spell now to give us access into the flank castle as well as the town hall. So we're just being kind of patient on our warden ability here, waiting for everything to kind of get into the middle. The royal champion was getting pretty low, so that's why I used it there to try to heal her back up. I think we did lose our fox, but it's no big deal. King ability goes off. We shred through the core. That enemy royal champion gets wrecked. Queen and the Valkyries from the siege barracks still doing a good job funneling the outside over here. Should keep everything centralized. Royal champion is going to take out the wizard tower, and then she'll path over to this ricochet cannon. Should be no threat to us, really. And unfortunately, our super yetis do beat through a wall, but it really doesn't matter that much, to be honest. We still have our royal champion's ability as well. Everything has a nice tight path around the rest of the base now. Just a nice U shape around the base. So we're just going to 2 times through this because at this point there's no spells or anything left to drop. And just got to wait for the 3-star to inevitably happen. Single inferno goes down. Super yetis putting in work on the outside. I mean, look how overkilled this base is again. Granted, this one wasn't as high of a level of a base, but it's still crushed. It is a TownHall 17 nonetheless. And we're just going to 4x through it now. We just got an expo left. That's it. Rest of it's trash. Another crushing 3-star. So I got one more Legend League attack for you guys, and I'll catch you guys there. All right, into the final attack here. Again, not the highest level base, but I can't pick and choose what I get in Legend League. I used all my attacks, so I couldn't really pick and choose because I had used a lot of my Legend League attacks for the video I uploaded earlier today. So I only had a certain number of attacks left, so I have to show these. Even though they're not the highest level, it's still crushed. As you saw when I attacked my own base, I'm pretty much max, and it still overkilled the base. So it's really not going to matter. We're going to charge into this corner here. Try to take out all the buildings in this compartment here just to set our funneling. Hopefully we can get that Dark Elixir drill down. We do, which takes out this whole compartment. So now the ring of defenses is broken. Also, we have a really nice funnel set, so we won't lose any troops over to this side. We're going to take out this multi-gear archer tower, and then pretty much just going to recall out because I don't think we can get that scatter shot. So it's not worth it. We recall out. Got our nice funnel set. So now we can ice golem, queen, siege barracks, and it is worth it to wall break them in this time, so I'm going to do that. Wall break in my super yetis over here as well. And then basically, I'm just going to wall break this compartment over here now because I don't need another one for the main push. And then I'll just jump spell here. That gives us access to pretty much the whole base. There goes that wall breaker. So now our siege barracks troops have access to the whole flank on the left side, and that can push all of our main army right into the core, into this town hall. There is an invis tower, but again, I'm really not all that worried about it because we're going to have such a nice funnel set here. Unfortunately, all our wizards do tie to a giant bomb, but we're going to get our Valkyries and our hogs in out of the siege barracks now, be able to trim that stuff out. Our queen did go down as well. Died a lot faster than I expected. Unless she's in here with the main push. Is she in here with the main push? Oh, never mind. She's in here. I don't know when she turned and joined up with the main push, but oh well, it is what it is. Not going to complain about that. We use the king ability to open up the backside of the base. The invis tower does wear off, so we easily deal with the town hall compartment, no problem. Our giant still full health basically. We got our king still healthy. Our royal champion still healthy with her ability. Queen's full health. Warden's still healthy. We got a bunch of super yetis in here still. I still think 3 or 4 of them maybe. We got an archer over here cleaning up some trash. And we're just going to 2x through this again, because again, at this point, just clean up, and we really could have swagged this RC ability if we wanted to, but it's probably going to get triggered here because she does target the enemy queen. Hog Puppet takes that out, no problem. All the defenses are down. Now at this point, just clean up, again, another overkilled base. So this is a really fun attack. This is the best way I found to use the Super Yeti so far, but I'm obviously going to keep experimenting. Probably going to drop a lot of Super Yeti videos this week, so stay tuned for that. Let me know in the comments what you guys want to see. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.